You wrote this story, and we're part of the story that wrote the Game of Thrones at Deutsche Bank. So no one literally was beheaded, but like, why the comparison?
Sure. So the reason we wrote this story is because Garth Ritchie, who's had a pretty meteoric rise at Deutsche Bank for successive CEOs, really, is now potentially, his job is in limbo. And so the reason we wrote this story is there's a lot of tension right now at Deutsche Bank on whether they're going to cut the equities unit in the U.S. or turn it around. It's a division where Garth Ritchie, the head of an investment bank, really grew up. And there's a lot of tension now between a lot of different players about what the future of the bank should look like, but also who should be leading it. Just this morning alone, the Wall Street Journal reported that Peter Selman might be on the way out, which is also the head of equities now. And so we're definitely seeing some people on the way out.
What got him this far in Game of Thrones? Because some people say he's a really good manager, he says what's on his mind, but if you look at the performance of his unit, it has not been that good.
And as we learned from Game of Thrones, it's all about the Lannister money. If you don't have the Lannister money, like, forget about it.
To be fair, also, I mean, his business has a lot of headwinds. The cost of funding at Deutsche Bank is through the roof, and people have kept, the reason that people really like him is that he's considered an honest broker at a place where there was a lot of wrongdoing internally. So while people around him were getting into various scandals, obviously Deutsche Bank is ensnared in a lot of legal issues, he is somebody that every CEO could trust.
What's been the reaction of the street so far to this?
I think we're pretty spot on. I think that I think it's a really, I hope you all read the story because it's something that does describe him in a really interesting way. He did grow up, through, like, he's a South African by nature, which is also a different thing in a bank where it's very German, right? And it's a very...
But I liked when for his first job, he was up above the trading floor, he had a set of binoculars.
Yes.
And he would use it to see the prices down on the board. He had these binoculars around his neck. It's quite an image.
One reason people like him is you see him on the trading floor at 7 in the morning, you see him there at 7:30 at night. So he's there all day. He's kind of a man of the people at Deutsche Bank.